what we gonna do? We gonna jump you in. You think you were the only one?
In my opinion, these four movies are a prime example of being ahead of its time. Because if you've seen any of them, you would know how fire they were. But unfortunately, they weren't really received well at the time. Now, the main movie I want to talk about is Jumper because that's the reason why I'm actually making this video. Jumper was one of those movies that I watched when it originally came out in theaters. I thought it was great to the point that I just automatically expected a sequel. Years later, I found out that it never got a sequel because it wasn't really received well, unfortunately. So I ended up watching it earlier this year, and I thought it still held up to the point that it sucks that it never got the trilogy that, in my opinion, deserved. Overall, what I'm trying to get at, movies like Jumper, Scott Pilgrim, Project Almanac, Chronicles, movies around that time, in my opinion, were slept on because they were just ahead of its time to the point that like years later, they end up like being well received. And it's just unfortunate that like in the moment when they needed to actually get the attention they, should have got, it didn't until years later to the point that like when it comes to like a sequel or whatever, it's just not gonna happen.